that define our state's character. Here's Kevin Mackey with this week's Montana Moment, brought to you by Montana Chevy dealers.
They're some of the smallest of animals, essential contributors to the health of our planet. We find them under the soil, hidden in plant life, and most visibly in the air. Graceful splashes of color that delight us with their presence. In our Montana Moment, Kevin Mackey with friends and neighbors.
At the Missoula County Fairgrounds in the Gerald W. Marks Exploration Center is a place teeming with thousands of life forms.
Well, welcome to the Missoula Butterfly House and Insectarium.
This nonprofit educational facility was launched by the married couple Glenn and Jen Marangelo.
It's something that we love, and that we love it together just feeds on it. It's been a lot of effort to get this done, and it's really become our labor of love.
And we just thought this might be something that Missoula would enjoy. And that started a 20-year journey.
Glenn and Jen showcase the wonders of some of our best friends and neighbors. Let's begin in the Insectarium.
While we call this an Insectarium, we actually have arthropods here. So in addition to insects, we have millipedes, centipedes, arachnids, which are spiders and their relatives, and we have crustaceans, which are things like roly-polies and crayfish.
Marvel at the size of the giant African millipedes.
This particular species that we have on exhibit is the biggest in the world. They can get to be about this big, so they are so impressive.
If you're intrigued with tarantulas, here is an impressive specimen.
And you can just see how beautiful this tarantula is.
There's a whole exhibit on animal weaponry.
It's like this huge beetle here has a massive horn that it uses to fight other beetles for the mating rights with the females.
The Vietnamese walking stick is a good source for predators if the predators can find it. Its defense is to blend into the environment.
That's one of the most important things that insects do in our world is as food for other animals. Montana might not be a very buggy place. They are just as amazing here as they are in the tropics. And so we wanted to show examples of some of the insects and arthropods that you can see in Montana.
The western black widow is native to Montana. Jen says it deserves respect, but it's not aggressive.
You're not going to find it out and about. You're going to find it in crevices and cracks. And if you leave it alone, it will leave you alone.
Jen says spiders serve a purpose.
Well, we encourage people to not kill the spiders in the house, in your house. They are good predators, so they are useful to have around. If you are uncomfortable with them, you can collect them and bring them outside.
So what we've got here is our family values wall.
While many insects just lay eggs and leave them for their offspring to fend for themselves, others care for their young.
These are jumping spiders. This is a species of wolf spider. The female will carry the egg sac around until they hatch, and then after the young come out, she'll carry them on her back for a number of days, maybe even up to a week.
We want you to feel a connection to these animals and learn just how important they are in your life and in our world in general.
There is more in the Insectarium that we don't have time to explore because there's so much to see in the butterfly house. When we come back, flying colors.
It's almost time to flutter into part 2 of Montana Moment. Just ahead, we'll take a trip inside a room where dozens of butterflies representing areas around the world take flight.
Buckle up, Sam. It's truck month.
Sweater or jacket. Butterflies like hot weather. Kevin Mackey continues our Montana Moment with flying colors.
Here we are entering the butterfly house.
The house has double doors to ensure the butterflies can't fly out. It takes a while to adjust our camera to the climate. The minute you walk in, it hits you. The heat, 80 degrees, 70% humidity. You are immersed into a whole new tropical world, a world of magic. It's a whole other universe, something timeless, almost like a million years ago.
It's really a visual feast in so many different ways, but it goes so far beyond that because it's not just the beautiful butterflies and the plants you're seeing, it's the field, what it feels like in here.
The butterflies are everywhere.
It's feeling the warmth and it's smelling the soils, and it's just the whole package. And it's something that you just really have to kind of immerse yourself into to understand what the whole experience is like.
The butterflies don't arrive here as butterflies.
Yeah, when we receive our butterflies, we get them in this life stage, either a chrysalid or a cocoon.
So they are immediately acclimated to their environment.
We've, on an average day, have probably a minimum of about 30 and sometimes maybe up to 40 different species from all around the world.
This is a common blue morpho butterfly.
The Kalima, the deadleaf butterfly.
Appearing as a dead leaf, it can ward off predators.
Well, that is a buckeye.
They love sugar. A banana is never too ripe. That spongy thing's filled with Gatorade. An owl butterfly found a comfortable resting spot.
Well, and this is part of the reason that we have to check everybody as they're leaving the butterfly house, because sometimes, especially these owls, like to just land on you and they'll hang around for a while.
This is an atlas moth. This is an Asian moth, and it's one of the world's biggest moths. Just goes to show you that a moth can be every bit as colorful as a butterfly, too.
The atlas moths are just out of the cocoon, still a little groggy. Unlike butterflies, they're nocturnal.
Butterflies evolved out of moths, so maybe a better way of thinking about butterflies is that butterflies are just daytime moths.
The atlas moth just needs a place to perch. It's like a jungle.
Oh, the plant life. Oh, well, we have plants from all over the world.
Rob is the butterfly keeper and a horticulturalist.
So a lot of the plants in here are nectar sources for butterflies. So other ones are just more habitat, roosting areas for butterflies to rest and relax. And the other thing that we have to keep in mind is that we are trying to block the butterflies from successfully breeding. So we are not including any plants that they require as a caterpillar food source, which is called a host plant.
They've even got a pest control team, the button quail.
They go around and they eat little ants and slugs and spiders and things that we want to control the numbers of here.
In cultures around the world, the butterfly is a special symbol.
I think in a lot of cultures, people look at butterflies and see transformation, they see rebirth. A lot of people come in here and feel like they're seeing loved ones that have passed away, actually.
For many, the butterfly house is a peaceful respite from the busy and stressful world we live in, a place to reflect and enjoy one of nature's most graceful creatures. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.
Ta-da, yay!
If you want to watch this story again or any of our Montana moments, go to NBCMontana.com/Montana Moment. These unique stories about the Treasure State, its history, and its great people are now the Montana Moment podcast. Look for new episodes every week. If you have a story idea, let us know. Until next time, be safe, stay healthy, and keep making Montana Moments.